Welcome back to Sorare Assist, assisting you in your Sorare journey. It's time to celebrate because all the leagues are back and every single league is playing this weekend. Apart from Brazil, of course. But aside from them, every single league is back, including the Russian League and the start of the MLS as well this weekend. And I personally can't wait, and I've got plenty of teams to put together this week, and also plenty of cards that I've not really had a chance to utilise because I did buy a lot of them at the end of last season. So a lot of these cards are ready to be utilised, including plenty of new signings as well to utilise that you can probably see on the screen here. So make sure you stick around to see who I go for in this week's lineup builder. Before all that, if you just discovered this channel, then welcome. If you're a returning visitor, it's good to see you again. On this channel, you will find all the Sorare content that your brain can handle, and managers of all experience levels will find this content useful. So make sure you subscribe by smashing that subscribe button and tap that notification bell to be alerted about any new videos. If you found this video useful, then please give me the thumbs up by clicking that like button and share this video amongst friends. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and for more free Sorare content, please check out SorareAssist.com. Also become a patron of Sorare Assist for budget player scouting and grab yourself a free 100-page ultimate guide to Sorare. Links to all this good stuff are in the description. If you've not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up using the link below to get 13 common cards and a free limited card. Using these links also helps support the channel and future content. None of this content is financial advice. Right, now that's out of the way, let's get stuck into this week's lineup builder. As I say, I can't wait for this one. Very looking forward to this. We've got the MLS returning this game week and also the Russian League. Now, as we know, at the time of this recording, Russia have invaded Ukraine. So I don't know if that's going to affect the football fixtures long term, but that might be something to keep in mind of, especially the Russian fixtures there. But don't know if that's going to affect that yet, but it's just something to bear in mind. But I'm just going to go with that these fixtures are all going to go ahead in the short term. Okay, so let's go over to my lineup builder then. So click on the lineup builder, here we go. Been looking forward to this. I'm sure you guys have got plenty of teams to share as well, plenty of teams to pick, and I personally can't wait to get stuck in. So let's have a look as always at what goalkeepers I've got for this game week. So, as you can see, I've got plenty of choices now. All the leagues are back. I've also got plenty of new signings to try out, including Akinviv, who I've signed in the off-season. Very cheap price he was, because there was obviously concerns about him potentially not extending his contract, but I believe he is going to extend his contract at CSKA Moscow. But anyway, let's get stuck into the lineup builder then. So it looks like I've got a team for every single region this game week. And a global all-star team, America team. Yeah, it's all looking good, this guy. So, this week I'm going to actually start with the Champion Europe Limited side. So I've got a side to put out in every single division in my limited cards. And I think that's potentially going to be the same in my rares as well. So let's go and start with the Champion Europe team. So, Herrera is the only choice here. Difficult fixture there. But you never know. It might keep a clean sheet. Might make plenty of saves as well in the meantime. So defenders then, we've got Barcelona at home to Atletico Club Bilbao. We've also got Cuadrado away to Empoli, although he's played a lot of games recently. Cuadrado started the last two, so I don't know if he's going to start that one. We've also got Dortmund as well, Guerrero. So in this one, I think I'm going to go with Guerrero and Alba. I just think there's a risk that Cuadrado may get rested. So I put Alba and Guerrero in there, so I will check what other players I've got for the extra, of course. In terms of midfielders then, we've got Pau Gomez. Looks like they've got a good fixture there. We've also got Maximilian Arnold as well. They're away to Mönchengladbach, so that looks like more of a difficult fixture. Salamekas is probably not going to start that one. Got Alberto as an option as well, but obviously a hard fixture against Napoli. So in this one, I'm going to actually go with Pau Gomez. I will check if he's likely to start in that match as well, though. I think he looks like the good option there. In terms of the forwards then, I have now got Alexandre Pli in my team for Mönchengladbach, so he's going to be probably an option there. I've also got Aspas, but we've got a very good difficult fixture away to Atletico Madrid. So in this one, I think I'm going to go with Alexandra P. I will, of course, check all the availability of these players as well after this video, and keep an eye on that as well before the deadline. So in terms of captain then, I'm going to go with Plea, because I think he's on form at the minute, and he could have a chance of getting some goals against Wolfsburg there, who have not been on the best of form of late. So that's it. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with Alba in the extra slot as well. So that is my Champion Europe team done. I will save that. Now I'm going to move on to my next team, and that is the Challenger Europe team. So I've got a few of the Zenit Petersburg's players here, as you can see, and it looks like they've got a very favourable fixture as well, actually. 77% chance of winning against Rubin Kazan. So let's have a look at the goalkeeper then. The easy choice here, because I've only got one, and I've actually got two to choose from, but I am going to go with Akinviv here. Fantastic goalkeeper. And looks like Kayserispor have got an hard fixture away to top side Trabzonspor. So I am going to go with Akinviv here in goal. 10 defender, I think this is going to be an easy choice as well. I've got Douglas Santos here, as you can see. I've also got Senesi as well, and also Katabach has been doing fantastic. Got a few options here, but I am going to go with Douglas Santos just because I know I've got plenty of the Zenit Petersburg players in my squad. In terms of midfielders, I've got Zemansky here, who's one of my new signings. I've not been able to test out yet. Fantastic player, as we know. He is back from injury now as well. Been playing in the recent friendlies. They are playing 16th place as well, so I would have thought there'd be odds-on favourites there. Mercy's got a bit of a difficult fixture, went to Anderlecht. I've also got Hallhauser as an option as well. I've also got Zakarian as the new signing, but I obviously want to save these for my under-21 side. I've also got Bakasetas. I think he's looking like the potential option, and also Pizzi as well. So I've got a couple of good options here. So I think I'm going to go with Pizzi here. He didn't play the last match for Istanbul because the game was a postponed fixture that was rearranged, and when the original fixture was postponed, Pizzi wasn't signed part of that team then, so he wasn't eligible to play in that match. So he should be fully rested and raring to go, so I will put him in that slot over Bakasetas. Now these two last slots I think are going to be fairly self-explanatory really. I'm going to go with Malcolm up front there, and in the extra slot I'm also going to have Dzuba. Now this team, it looks absolutely brilliant, I'm sure you'll agree, and it's very hard to actually pick a captain. I think it's probably going to have to be one of the Zenit boys though. I'm going to go with Malcolm as my captain. He's got the all-round play as well, a bit more all-round play than Dzuba, but obviously Dzuba's capable of scoring plenty of goals, but so is Malcolm, and he can also potentially get an assist as well. So I'm going to go with Malcolm there as my captain. Again, I will check the team news on all these because they have obviously got a European fixture to play, which I believe is tonight at the time of recording. So I'm recording this on the Thursday. So I will check the team news on there. But this team looks pretty solid to me, and this is my final five for the Challenger League. So I will save that. Move on to the limited under-23 now. So goalkeeper, there's only one option here, and that is Tani, although I do have Bayezid as well actually in the Turkish league, but as I say, they're away to Trabzonspor, so I will go with Tani there in the goalkeeper slot. Moving on to the defenders then, so let's have a look at what we've got here in the under-21 defenders. Got Katabach, who's been on fantastic form. Winchdale as well, at home to Feyenoord though, so it's unlikely that they're going to keep a clean sheet there, I would have thought. We've got Atate as well for Celtic, so that's going to be looking like a very good option. And Nishio, he's also an option, but I think I'm going to go with Atate here. So I'll put Atate in there in the defender slot. Midfielders, this is going to be an easy choice. I've got Szymanski. I've also got Mihailovic, but they're away to Orlando. Looks like Szymanski's got the most favourable fixture. I've also got Spezia as well for Krasnodar, but I don't know if he's going to be a definite starter there. So I am going to go with Szymanski here. In terms of the forward, I'm going to be Jesus Ferreira. Dallas are at home to Toronto, so he could get amongst the goals there. And in the extra slot, I am going to go with Szymanski's teammate, and that is Zakarian. New signing for me, probably paid a little bit more than I should have done, but I didn't have the funds at the end of last season to sign him. So that is the team for the under 23. I think it looks a pretty solid team as well. In terms of the captain, I'm going to go with new signing Zakarian, because he does play a bit more of an attacking role than Zemansky, but they're both obviously expected to score fantastically. So I'm going to go with that team. That looks very good to me. I will save that and now move on to my America Limited side. In terms of the goalie, I've got a choice between Guzan and Blake. So in terms of the odds, we've not got any odds availability here for the America games. I am going to head over to Bet365 just to see, so we can get an indication of who the favourites are in these games. So we've got Philadelphia Union at 1.70 and Atlanta was obviously the Blake's team, 1.72. So they're pretty close. I'm going to go with Blake here because I do know that I have got Wagner in defence as well for Philadelphia Union. So that's going to be a nice stack there for my defenders. In terms of midfielders, easy choice here. I don't care what the fixture is. I'm not even going to look at the odds. I'm going to put Carles Gil in the team no matter the odds. Fantastic player. Always scores highly. In terms of the forward then, we have got Johnny Russell, Javier Hernandez. We've also got Raul Rodriguez as well for Seattle. Let's have a look at the Seattle match. So Seattle are slight favourites there, evens. And I've also got LA Galaxy as well, 2.25, so they've not got an easy game. And Sporting Kansas have not got an easy game at all. So I think in this one, I'm going to actually go with the forward of Raul Rodriguez. And I've also, in the extra slot, I'm going to go with Raul Rodriguez's teammate, and that is Lodero, Nicolas Lodero. I'm going to go with him there in the final slot. Captain, now Gil is a fantastic player, but they do have a difficult fixture. I'm going to go with Carles Gil anyway. He always scores fantastically. I don't want to risk it. I'm going to go with him as the captain. And yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll save that. And now move on to my Asia Limited. So in terms of the goalie then, let's have a look who we've got. That's an obvious choice here again. Jung Ryong Seung. And defender, we've got for the fantastic Fukumori. Nishio's a potential option, but I think it's going to have to be Fukumori. He's a fantastic player. I'm going to go with the one here that's got the better percentage, the better XP. So midfielders then, let's have a look. So I've got Bitgaram and Kaneko. I'm going to go with Bitgaram here. I'm confident in his abilities. He had a good game last game. Didn't score or get an assist, but hopefully Jeju can improve on their first game. I've got Cecina to pick from here in midfield and up front, and I've also got Demau as well. So I'm going to go here with, I'm going to go with Demau, but in the extra slot, I'm going to go with Cecina. Goal scorers, these guys, always capable of getting on the score sheet and always capable of getting a good score, no matter the opponent. So in terms of the captain then, I am going to go with Demau here. So I think they've got a good fixture there, and they are the favourites to win as well, and he's always capable of getting on the score sheet. So that is the Asia team done. I will save that. Now all that's left to do here is the Global All-Star, my remaining players. So in terms of the goalkeeper, it's a choice between Guzan or the Kayserispor keeper, whoever that's going to be. It's going to have to be Lung or Bayasit. So in this one, I think Atlanta have got a decent fixture actually. Yeah, they're at home to Sporting. But that brings its own dilemma because the forward slot could potentially be filled by Johnny Russell, who obviously plays for Atlanta's opponent, Kansas City. So that's a bit of a dilemma there. So I'm going to actually come back to the goalkeepers in a minute, I think, just to see what other forward options I have got. So in terms of defenders then, I've got Fukumori, who looks like he's got a good fixture. Senesi and Winchdal have got difficult fixtures this game week, playing each other as well. Gudrado's an option, but I don't know if he's going to start that game. I will check on that though. But in this one, I think I'm going to go with Fukumori. They're at home. He's a fantastic player. He's got fantastic AA scores. His stats are all looking fantastic as well. So I am going to go with Fukumori in the defender slot. In terms of midfielders, I'm going to go with my other Carles Gil card here. No question about that. Forward, as I say, I've got Javier Hernandez. So he's going to be the obvious choice for the forward slot there. And then the extra slot, I'm They've got Johnny Russell, of course, but there's obviously I need to think about the goalkeeper situation there. Mihailovic potentially, but they're away to Orlando. Let's have a look at the odds for that one. So there's not much of a chance of potentially winning that match there, but he could still maybe get a goal. Got Aspas, who's got a difficult game. Got Mercia as an option, but they're playing Anderlecht. Alberto potentially. Blanco might be an option. We've also got Sobolev as well, but that's going to counteract my CSKA goalkeeper in Akinviv, so I don't really want to go against him and hoping that Sobolev scores. So obviously that's going to affect my challenger team. Cuadrado's an option as well in this final slot. I don't want to pick Russell just because he's playing Atlanta, and I'm going to pick the Atlanta goalkeeper, you see. So I'm going to go with Blanco, I think, here. Let's just have a look at the Portland fixtures again. 2.25 against New England. So let's hope for a goal fest in that game. So I've obviously got Gill for New England and Blanco for Portland. It's the start of the season though, so you never know. It could be a goal fest. It generally is in the start of seasons. I know it is in the Premier League anyway, so hopefully that's the same for the American League. So, in terms of the goalkeeper then, I'm going to go with Guzan here in goal for Atlanta. So, captain, I am going to go with Carlos Gil again. Fantastic player, very confident in his abilities. His AA is absolutely fantastic. So I will save that. And now I'll move on to my rare teams. First of all, I'll see what goalkeeper availability I've got. So I've got Dong, Akinviv, Guzan, Bond, and that is it in terms of the goalkeepers. So I've got an Asian goalkeeper there, 2 America, a challenger, and Silicon is still injured, I think, for my Champion Europe side. So that's a bit of a dilemma. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Asia team. In goal, I'm going to go with Dong. It's the only real option I've got there. Defenders, again, Fukumori. Big fan of this guy, as you can probably tell. In midfield, I'm going to go with Bitgaram again. Forwards, I'm going to go with Joe Min-kyu, who obviously plays for the same team as Bitgaram. And in the extra slots, I've got a choice between Aguila and Magoza. Magoza scored in the last game. Aguila didn't play, so I don't know if he's injured or something. So I am going to go with Magoza in this game, because he's always capable of scoring a goal. In terms of the captain then, so we only have odds for the Fukumori game here. So I just want to check the odds of this Jeju United game and the Ichin game as well, although I don't think Ichin will be the favourites. So here we are then. So Ichin are not the favourites. They're at home though, so there's a chance. Jeju have got decent odds as well, actually. They're at home. So I think I'm going to go with a Jeju captain here, one of my Jeju players. I'm going to go with Joe Min-kyu because I think he's always got a chance of scoring. And his all-round score is pretty decent as well. So I'll save that. That is my rare team sorted. Let's have a look at my challenger team. So challenger rare. In terms of the goalkeeper, it's an obvious choice here. Akinviv. Now defenders, I have got Deviv here, who obviously plays for CSKA Moscow as well. So that could be a stack in the CSKA Moscow defence there. But I'm going to go with Douglas Santos because he doesn't really need to keep a clean sheet to actually get a good score. And he's very consistent. He's got a good XP as well, this card. So I'm going to go with Douglas Santos. Midfielders, I've got Kabela and Kruchausiak, who obviously plays for Krasnodar. I've also got Pizzi as well as an option in this side. I'm just going to check the odds on the Krasnodar game. Well, let's have a look then. So Krasnodar are very, they do look the very odds-on favourite there. I'll just check the odds of this Turkey game, see what that is in terms of the odds. 1.66. So there's slightly better odds for the Istanbul game. So it's a tricky one here, because obviously I've got the 2 teammates there that could play together in Kabela and Kruchawiak, although Kabela's not been playing many friendlies, so I don't know if he's actually injured at the moment, so I may need to check the news on that. Hallhouse is in terrible form. Obviously I've got Blyakov as well for CSKA Moscow, but I think I'm going to go probably with Pizzi here in that slot. I'm going to go with Pizzi, confident in his abilities. In terms of the forward, I think this is going to be an easy choice. Now I have got a Tata here, but I just do want to go with a Zuba. I'm hoping Douglas Santos can assist a Duba goal. That would be the ideal scenario. And obviously Zenit have got the most favourable fixture as well. So So I'm going to go with Zuba in that slot there. There's a new signing. And in terms of the final slot, we have got a Tate here as an option. I don't think Fukumori is back yet, but I may need a Tate for my Global All-Star potentially. The best option here would probably be Cabela. But as I say, I don't know if he's actually back from injury. So I'm going to go with a Tate. I'm going to go with a Tate here in the final slot. I think this team looks very good, strong team here. In terms of the captain, I'm going to go with Dzuba, hoping he can get a few goals in that game. So this team looks absolutely fantastic. So I will save that now, and I'm going to move on to my America Rare team. So in terms of the goalie, I'm going to go with Brad Guzan in goal. Defender, Wagner for Philadelphia Union there. I've also got Pablo Diaz here for River Plate. He didn't play the last game for them though. Don't know if he was injured, so he might not be in this match as well. So I will need to check the news on that. But I do prefer Wagner there in my American lineup. In terms of the midfield, I'm going to go with... So I've got Rusnak for Seattle. I've also got Blanco again as well. And also Diego Valdez for Club America, although they are away. And Lewis Morgan, I don't know if he's actually going to start this game. So I'm going to go with Rusnak of Seattle, because I've got quite a few of their players. In the forward slot, again, I think it's going to be an easy choice. I'm going to go with Raul Radiz. I have got Jesus Ferreira, but I think I'm going to put him in an under-21 side, although I may need to use a common keeper for the under-21 side. But you never know, there might be a chance still of getting a prize. So I'm going to go with Raul Radiz here in the forward slot. And in terms of the extra midfielder, I think it's between Blanco, potentially Diego Valdez, but I think it's going to have to be Blanco because they have got a very favourable fixture. In terms of the captain, I'm going to go with Raul Radiz. I think he's got a good chance of getting on the goals on the score sheet there. Rusnak is obviously a good player, but he might still be settling into his new side, getting used to all the team play and that sort of thing. So I am going to go with Raul Radiz as my captain. So I will save that. So we'll move on to my under-23 rare now. So as I say, the goalkeeper is going to have to be a common keeper. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to put in a rare keeper in that slot for now. So into defenders, I'm going to go with Deviv. Don't think Klassen is actually... I don't know if he's injured still or not. I don't know if he's going to start as well. So I'm not really going to consider him at this point. Blyakov, I'll put in the midfielder slot there. Forward, as I say, I'm going to go with Jesus Ferreira. And in the extra slot, now I have got Klass as an option there, but as I say, he's injured. I've also got Kim Tae Hwan as a defender for Suwon Blue Wings, but obviously that's going to potentially affect my Jeju team. I know they're in different teams, but obviously I want to be cheering on for a clean sheet for Suwon Blue Wings, but then I also want Jeju to score a bag full of goals. So I think I'm just going to go with Sarri as well as an option, although I've got a difficult game. Van Housen could play in this game. I think he's injury free. Or Klassen could even start this game for Spartak. So well, let's check the news on this. But I think Klassen is probably going to be my first choice if he is fit and if he does play. But that's very unlikely. Van Housen has got a difficult match there. I might even go with Sarri here. So I am going to actually go with Sarri in this final slot here. I know they've got a difficult fixture, but it's just showing some good numbers and some good stats. So I am going to go with Sarri in that final slot. In terms of the captain, I'm going to go with Jesus Ferreira. They look to have a favourable fixture at home to Toronto. He's always capable of getting a goal, and his all-round play is also good as well. So I will save that. Now let's move on to my global all-star team for the rare. So in terms of goalkeepers, I'm going to go with Bond. Obviously, I've got the potential champion Europe side, but I could put a common keeper in that side, so I'm going to bear that in mind. But obviously, Sillison could be... I don't know if Sillison's back or not. I'm going to have to check that. I don't think he is. I think he's out for 4 weeks, actually. 3 weeks, something like that. So he's not going to be an option. Defenders, as I say, I've got Paulo Diaz, but I don't know if he's back, so it's something I want to check. But if he is, he would be the first choice. Sandro, he's played the last 2 games like Cuadrado, so I don't know if he's going to start that game. Jesus Navas has a chance of starting. He's working his way back from injury, so he could be a very good option. And I've also got Ababakar as well for Colorado. Let's just check the odds on this Colorado game, just to see what the odds are for that. And I'll check the River Plate game as well while I'm there. So Colorado, nowhere near odds on favourites there. And River Plate are the odds on favourite to win that one. So I'm going to look at the news on Diaz. I don't know why he was out of the last game, so I'm going to have to look into that further. I've got Dubious as well as an option, but obviously I'm thinking about my Champion Europe side as well. I'm going to go with Dubious here actually. So obviously I have got other options for the Champion Europe defence. I've got Sandra or Navas. Although Sandra looks like he might be injured, so I will need to consider that. I will look at the options I will look at the news on Diaz though. If he is starting, if he's expected to start, then he will go in my team here. I'm just going to go with Leo Dubious, I think. In midfield, I've got obviously Remy Cabella, but I need to check on his fitness, see if he has expected to play. And Mkhitaryan, it looks like he's potentially out as well. Pellegrini is obviously an option, but I also need to think about my Champion Europe side. So based on the first choice would be Cabella and Kuchawiak. Obviously I don't know if they're going to start, but I'm going to put them in. But I will check the news as the deadline gets closer, and I'll look into some research on that as well. See if Cabella is fit and expected to start. In terms of the forward slot then, so we've got Sobolov who's playing CSKA Moscow. We've also got Sanchez as well, but I don't know if he's going to start that game against Genoa. Also got Aspas, Fukumori, Furuhashi, I think he's still injured. Yes, I don't think Sanchez is going to start this match. Furuhashi is still injured as far as I know. So I think I'm going to have to actually go with Sobolov here. I don't know if Celta have also got a difficult game away to Atletico Madrid. They're usually solid defensively at home. So yeah, I'm going to go with Sobolov here as the defender, as the forward. And in terms of the captain would be Cabella if he starts. So I'll have to check the news on that. If not, I'll have to slot somebody else in that midfield slot. So I will save that. So that's it. That's all the teams saved. Let's have a run through of all the lineups. So here we go then. The All-Star team looks like this. Brad Gazan in goal with Fukumori in defence. We've also got Gil as captain, Blanco in midfield and Javier Hernandez up front. All-Star Rares, Bond, Leo Dubious in defence. I've also got Cabella as captain, Kuchawiak in midfield with him, and also Sobolov up front. Challenger Europe Limited side, we've got Akinviv in goal, Santos in defence, I've got Pizzi in midfield, and also Malcolm and Ajuba making up the final front two. Captained Malcolm in this instance because he has got a better all-round game than the potential other captain, which would have been Ajuba with their favourable fixture. Challenger Europe Rare, we've got Akinviv in goal again, Santos in defence, Pizzi in midfield, Dajuba as captain, and Hatate up front as well for Celtic. Champion America Limited looks like this. Blake in goal with Wagner's Philadelphia stack. Gil as the captain, and Ladero and Raul Radius make up the rest of the team. Champion America Rare, we've got Gazan in goal, Wagner in defence, midfielder Blanco and Reznak, and also captain Raul Radius for Seattle. Champion Asia Limited looks like this. Jung Sung Ryong in goal for Kawasaki, Fukumori in defence, Bitgaram in midfield, Demau as captain, and also the fantastic Cecina also as a forward option. Champion Asia Rare, we've gone for Dong in goal, we've gone for Fukumori in defence, Bitgaram in midfield, and Magoza up front, with Bitgaram's teammate Jo Min Gyu. He's as captain as well this week, got a good all-round play and always capable of scoring goals. Champion Europe Limited side looks like this. Herrera in goal. Got defenders Alba and Guerrero. Pau Gomez in midfield. And I've gone for the captain, Alexandra Plee for Mönchengladbach. Under 23 Limited looks like this. Tani in goal. Tate in defence. I've also got Zakharan as captain and Zemansky as well for Dynamo Moscow. And then up front I've got the brilliant Jesus Ferreira. Under 23 team looks like this. Common keeper I'm going to have to slot in there. I've got Daviv in defence, Sari in midfield with Oblyakov, and also I've gone for captain Jesus Ferreira. So there's a good lot of teams here. Good chance of winning some prizes hopefully. I'll obviously report that back to you guys. But this team looks very good. And I'm looking forward to all these leagues resuming. I think we've got every single league playing this weekend, like I say, barring the Brazilian league. So yeah, very looking forward to this week's game week. So let me know what teams you've got, guys. Let me know if you know any suspensions of these players as well in the comment section, or any injuries. That would be fantastic. And if you do know any news on Paulo Diaz for River Plate or Cabela for Krasnodar, do let me know if they are expected to start in that match. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Good luck in this game week, which of course is game week 248. And yeah, if you did like this video, have any thoughts on the video, please drop them in the comment section below. If you did like the video though, do smash that like button, and subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell. Join our Patreon, and don't forget to pick up your free 100-page Ultimate Guide to Sorare. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and for more free Sorare content, please check out sorareassist.com, links in the description. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, then sign up using the link below to get a free limited card. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm off to submit these teams on the official Sorare website now. Okay, that's all for this week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.